Hey everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life here for 30 Days of Sketches, day 17. I'm using this really fun sketch there and I kind of follow it a little. So I am using a bunch of scraps in my stash that I just happened to find. I have this basket that just has a bunch of random stuff, and how it kind of came together is I am the messiest scrapbooker ever, you guys. If you could see my desk, it's absolutely horrible. And every once in a while, I clear it off by putting everything that was on there in a bag and putting it aside. And I was doing that before I moved too. And then when I moved, I had to really make sure everything was in a bag. And those are kind of the things that are in this blue basket, along with some random scraps and all of that. And I was able to find enough that I felt went together to create this layout. So, it works. And I totally plan on going through and just finding elements from that bin to scrapbook with, and that will be not necessarily a series, but that will be something you'll see coming up once 30 Days of Sketches is done and June is kind of past and my little break during the summer. So stay tuned for that. You probably will start seeing that in September. So this layout came together pretty quickly. I was able to just follow the layers that I see there. It's got 2 photos. I just don't do a lot of I don't do a circle element at the top, and there's a few things that I twist around, but the idea of the sketch is there. And I wanted to make this kind of fun and bright and colorful because what it's talking about is my kids the day. So Barrett was born the 26th of January and these were taken on the 20th of January. So we knew that I was going to be induced and all of that great stuff. So we knew that this weekend that we were doing this was going to be the last one we were going to be out for a little while, because a newborn baby, at least in our family, we keep them home with the exception of things we absolutely have to do. We try to keep them home and keep them away from all the germs and all of that. And so we knew it was going to be a little boring for my 2 older ones for a little while. And so we wanted to give them something fun to do. So we took them to our local kind of fun indoor playground area, and it is called Go Bananas. It is meant for more of, Jackson is almost too big for it, to be honest with you. He definitely can go and there's lots of fun things to do, but it's really meant for Nora's age to from 2 to 5. Those are kind of the perfect ages. I see lots of older kids go too. It's absolutely fine, but they start to wanting to do the video games and all of that, and there's not a ton of that there. But what they loved about it is there is this trampoline, and it was a quieter day when we went, so they got to both be on it at the same time, and they just both love to jump. So it was very exciting for them. They absolutely loved it. They spent the majority of the time there actually in that trampoline until other kids came around, and when other kids were around, especially for Nora, it was too much for Nora. I was too nervous for that, but Jackson would jump for a little bit, but if they got too rowdy, he'd be done and he'd go do something else until they were all gone and then come back. And so that's what this layout is about. And I wanted to add a fun play. I have kind of been enjoying my mixed media lately. I go through phases. So I go through phases where I absolutely love my mixed media, and then there's times where I absolutely hate it, and everything I do I don't like, but I'm currently in I really love it phase, which is nice for me to have that happen in the middle of this series. So I lay that back down. It's really light. It's just something to give a little bit of color to it. I could have done nice and stark white, and that would have looked really cool too, but I wanted there to be the pop of red there. I do not normally scrap with red. You all know how I feel about it. And so when I'm feeling it, I feel like I should go all out with it. And so I did that. I did a little bit more stitching to the messy thread. I'm going to put my stamp down with the date. And then I'm going to try to figure out some very minor embellishing. I don't do a lot, but I really want to look through every single boy thing I had. And so that takes a couple of minutes. I was thinking about this rocket ship because they're Jackson's really up high. And I don't know. I just couldn't make it work. I thought it would look really cool, but then as I'm laying it down, I'm like, yeah, no, that this just isn't gonna work. But I try, and I try for like a couple minutes to make it work. No. And then I also have this Hello Love, and you're gonna see me add that. But this is supposed to be like a cool, kind of like a hip layout, so to speak, and Hello Love doesn't fit. What am I thinking? So thankfully I found my missing stack or thing of stickers I was looking for. It is from so long ago, from Crate Paper, that boy collection, and I have just a few of the puffy stickers left and one that says awesome, and I'm going to use that because that's exactly what it was. I couldn't believe how high he was jumping, and then how I caught that photo. I love that photo of the one where you can see Jackson jumping up high and Nora's watching him, and then the other photo is Nora holding Sean's hand and jumping as well. So that's all going to get kind of switched around and replaced there. And then I find a few stars to add, and I think I added something that said Born to be Wild or Born to be Free, one or the other. That's my boy all the way. And then you can see I'm pulling out, that is the rest of my boy collection. I have everything in a little bag. These are 2 collections I got from the Secret Not Secret Kit Club kind of combined. And I'm literally going to go through every embellishment I can find to figure it out. I like the idea of the stars because that's not teal, Christy. That lime green paper I have has stars in it. So I thought maybe I could bring that aspect into it. It's very subtle, but it does form my visual triangle that you all know that I love to do. So there's all that. And yeah, I really love this layout. So I hope you enjoy it. I want to say now, before the video ends, I do have someone joining me today. So her name is Shannon Allure, I believe is your last name. Totally butchering it, I know it, I'm sorry, but I asked her to join. She is a little bit newer to YouTube, so make sure you go and show her some love. You will love her process videos. Her layouts are amazing, and she's joining me today and then another day next week, I believe, so I'll let you know about that day as well. But yeah, so the link will be below for that, but definitely go check her out. You're gonna love it. I'm really excited she's joining me. I can't wait to see what her takes are going to be on this layout as well. So here I go, just finishing up. Like I said, super quick layout. They don't all have to be crazy busy and all of that. And I still really like this layout. So sometimes simple is best. It works, tells my story. I even managed to journal on this story. You will see with my black pen in the finished layout how the reason why I'm not journaling, because I use that Sharpie pen that I should not be using, so it looks horrible, but it's there, and once I do get a good pen, I will go ahead and fix it. So there you go, my finished layout for today, and I will see everyone tomorrow with day 18. Bye.